Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video I will be talking about the Texans claiming former Washington football team cornerback Jimmy Moreland off of waivers, and I'll also talk about the Washington football team signing running back Jonathan Williams and another offensive tackle to their practice squad. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. Hit that like button and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the Jimmy Moreland news. So I think the other day, maybe yesterday or the day before, the Washington football team finally released Jimmy Moreland with an injury designation because he was still technically, on IR. So the Washington football team released him with an injury designation, and the Texans claimed him off waiver. So we did have one player get claimed off of waivers, and he got claimed pretty early because the Texans had an early waiver wire pick. I think they were third, and they were able to get Jimmy Moreland, and there was a couple other teams that were interested, and of course one in the division that we'll talk about in a little bit. But not a great situation for Jimmy Moreland to go to. I don't think the Texans are going to be great anytime soon, especially with Deshaun Watson not playing. But it's going to give him some opportunities to play, and they've got some solid veterans out there. So if you're a Texans fan and you want to know what you're getting out of Jimmy Moreland is a really solid cornerback for you to have. He plays primarily in the slot, but a lot of people thought coming out of college he could play on the outside a little bit. He is a little bit small, but in college at JMU he was a ball hawk on the outside. You look at his stats. In his rookie year, played 14 games, 40 tackles, and then in his second year, had an increased role, 16 games, 44 tackles, half a sack, and had an interception. He played pretty solid, and I think he's only allowed one touchdown in his career, maybe zero, I am not sure, but he's a solid guy to have, and he's, still relatively young, heading into his third season this year. Seems like a good guy for the culture that the Texans are trying to build there. And, unfortunate that Washington had to let him go, because I think he'd have been a better player to, have over someone like Darryl Roberts. But, and of course Troy Apke, but they're keeping him for special teams. I think people have to remember that. Jimmy Moreland does not play on special teams, but we were not there during camp and during these practices, so we can't really tell who was playing better, Jimmy Moreland or Darryl Roberts. But I personally would have kept Jimmy Moreland, and the Eagles were planning to sign Jimmy Moreland after week 1, but now that Houston claimed him, they're going to be in a market for cornerback depth, and they usually are in the market for cornerback depth. I'm happy that he's not in the division, because again, he's a solid player, and you don't want to be facing someone like that twice a week or twice a year where he's a little bit motivated. So glad he is, he got another chance. He's going to go to the Texans where he's going to be able to play. I'm not sure their cornerback situation, but I assume at some point he's going to be able to play. Maybe not starting in the first couple weeks, because he still has to learn the system, but eventually I think he will have a significant role. So good for him, and I think he's gonna do great in the NFL. Maybe never a full-time starter, but I think he'll be a solid rotational player for a while, if not a starter. So now on to the Washington news. So the Washington football team is signing offensive tackle Evan. I'm not even going to try pronouncing that last name. I'm just going to say Evan K. to the practice squad. This is from Ben Standick. Shout out to him, working for the Athletic. Former college teammate of Jarrett Patterson, and Washington did not have a practice squad spot open, so they're gonna have to release someone. So we'll see who it ends up being. But they're on the practice squad. Ron Rivera said before they made cuts that they were going to keep a bunch of offensive linemen, and it's good to have some depth in case anything happens. So he has some chemistry with Jarrett Patterson, I guess, but hopefully we do not need to see him play at all this year or even get to the active roster. But he's on the practice squad for now. And then, like I said earlier, Washington football team signing Jonathan Williams to the practice squad. I thought this was going to happen originally, but they kept Peyton Barber on the practice squad, and I like Jonathan Williams. I thought he played pretty well in the preseason. I think he was on the practice squad last year, and, he has some NFL experience, and I think, he's a solid guy to have on the practice squad. And if someone goes down, you probably want to bring in a veteran, but if not, you can bring in Jonathan Williams as that third guy. So I like him, quick, and, he's going to be a practice squad player for us. And like I said, with all these guys, you hope these guys don't have to play in an actual game or even be on the active 53-man roster. So, nothing major today. Tomorrow, I'll give you guys a quick schedule of the content on the channel the next few days. So tomorrow, I'll likely have an injury update, talking about Curtis Samuel, because I did not talk about that yesterday, and, the new injury report that comes out tomorrow, talking about if players are limited or not, and then, limited or fully practiced. After that, on Thursday, I likely will have my preview out. Friday will be a final injury update, because we'll know who gets, who's playing and who is not, or at least if they're questionable or not. And then Saturday will be a preview stream, and then Sunday we got the game. I cannot wait. It is game week, and we're a couple days away from seeing the Cowboys hopefully lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. Peace, guys.